All right, hello everyone. Welcome to my channel, The King Leeway. My name is King. And real quick, so hold up. So real quick, I had to take out the static. For those that are coming into my guest, because my special guest is Richard A. Travels. So I just want to let the ones that know that follow Richard A. Travels, please link to my YouTube channel so we can hopefully read your comments there. So definitely we are looking forward to a fun afternoon here in South Korea. All right, so without further ado, while others' comments are coming in, I am going to bring Richard in, and he's going to tell you who he is for those that do not know who Richard is. So here he comes, and voila, Richard. Hello.
Awesome. Perfect intro. Thank you, King. How's it going today?
Oh, it's good. Nice day.
Right
It's not
on, right
raining.
on. Exactly, yeah. It's sunny in Seoul, but it looks like it's about to rain. Hi, everyone. My name's Richard A. Travels. I'm from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I currently live in Seoul, and I do live streaming myself on my channel. King and I met. King, how did we meet? It was through like Facebook. It was such a cool story.
Yeah, first we were like Facebook friends because you posted something about how do you, get some, jobs here first, if I
Yeah, yeah.
remember. And then I was in Itaewon while you were live streaming a block away.
That's right. Yeah. And
Yeah,
I remember that you were like, "Hey, you're in Itaewon, let's hang out." And I was like, "Okay, cool, let's do it. That'd be sweet."
yeah, that was so much fun. So
Such a
finally,
good story. That was awesome. Yeah. So my name's Richard A. Travels. I'm from Canada, and I came to Korea to essentially be an English teacher. A lot of my life I wanted to be a teacher, but after I started university, I started in business, and it was really, really hard in my university to switch over. I would basically need to restart my degree. And I thought I'm already halfway through. Why would I restart? So I finished business, didn't like it a lot, and I said, okay, let's become a teacher. Since coming here, I've started to do like a teaching certification course to be like a high school math teacher. So that's cool. I'm doing that now. And then I used to be the official live streamer for the city of Seoul. I used to work for the government, showing off the different areas and stuff like that. This year, there's not much tourism, obviously, so the program got cut, but hopefully it'll come back. And then since then, I've been live streaming on my channel at Richard A. Travels on Facebook, and then on Instagram, Richard A. Travels, one word, Richard A. Travels.
okay. You're kind of like me. We put all our words together, bunched them up.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And Richard, this is one of my loyal guys, Nitbomb. He is in California.
Very cool. Hi, Nitban.
Yep. And Malanang Hapon, that's in Tagalog.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And here is my sub who went through quarantine. He's here with me in Daejeon.
Very cool. Hi, Thomas.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Wow. Daejeon. So that was a city. Okay, so I'll talk a bit more about myself. So my name's Richard. My thing is traveling. That's like, it sounds crazy, but that's like my passion. Like every dollar I have, every dollar I save goes into traveling. That's like my thing. Now, it's a little bit hard to travel and stuff with coronavirus, but my thing is traveling, right? Whether it's backpacking Europe, living in Asia, driving to Mexico, stuff like that. I just live for it. I love it.
Yeah. And like recently, well, first, before we go into the other parts of you were doing the bike tour, I was like, you were in Daejeon on Sunday.
That was my first time there. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, well, I was like 10 minutes away from you. And I was like, oh no, what did you tell me?
I totally forgot you were there. Like, I thought you were in the Philippines because I know you're, between a few countries, and I didn't know if you were in the US, Philippines, or Korea, but no, it's a cool city. Like, I didn't really expect much. I thought it'd be like a super old city. And I've seen like advertisements for it where, saying like, oh, Daejeon, it's a city of the future, science, technology. And I didn't really believe it. But after going there, I'm like, this is the place, man. Like, this is the science technology. It's booming,
Yeah, and you haven't seen like the advertisement. It's Daejeon, by any
I don't know.
chance?
Maybe I did.
Okay, because it's usually on the taxis,
Okay.
and the it's is an acronym.
It is Daejeon, right?
Yeah, so it's information technology and science. It's
Okay. Oh, that's pretty clever. I like that. Okay,
yeah,
we'll go with that. That's cool.
yeah.
Yeah, so part of my traveling this year is I'm in Korea. I came like right as the borders were closing. Like my flights were getting canceled as I was coming to Korea, you know? I was in Vietnam and I booked a flight to Korea. Direct flights were canceled. I booked a flight through Japan. That was canceled. I was hanging out with a friend and we were, eating like buffalo meat in Ho Chi Minh City. And the night before I was supposed to fly, it was canceled, and I was just there eating buffalo meat. Like I might be stuck in Vietnam because I couldn't go through Kuala Lumpur, and I was like in my head, I'm pretty good with geography. I'm like, what's left? There's no other place left. And luckily, there was a flight through Taiwan, which was shut down later the next day. So I just made it to Korea and I love
Wow.
traveling. I can't stop, like I said. So this year I decided to go across Korea. I wanted to cycle across Korea, and I'm gonna get the little bike passport. That thing
Yes,
is
I want to
cool.
see that. Okay, so while we wait, I will read some comments while Richard goes pick up. Yep, Thomas. Yep, that's a dream. Spend most of my life working and dreaming of traveling. Okay, Knit Bomb. And real quick, we'll say broker. Yeah, he's in California,
Very cool. Hi, broker. Sounds
and
like a neat, late
he
little
likes
live stream. That's cool.
yeah, and he likes to bike. So he in Davis, California, it's a biking area.
Wow, that's cool, Davis.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
and what do you got for us? I saw it, so let's show the audience.
Okay, so this is the cycling passport. You can find it in Korea. It's approximately $3 to get, and this thing is so freaking cool. Korea is the only country on this planet that does this. Other countries do something similar, but Korea is the only country that does this. It's a cycling passport, super cute, super cool. You write your name in here, but essentially, let me find an open page here. Um, Essentially, what happens is the pages look like this. They're like this. And what you do is you cycle along a path. You cycle along a path. And as you cycle every 20 or 50 kilometers, there's a little red telephone booth. And you stop by it and you get a stamp. So you stamp it in the book. And here's where it gets really cool. So you collect stamps that look like this, right? This is a little bit messy, but it proves that you went along the path, right? You collected all the stamps. And what happens is if you collect all the stamps of a certain area, you get the official medal. I'll go get the medal. The medal's freaking cool, man. But you show it to like a certification center or mail it in, and you get an official medal. This is my like officially like you completed it, Richard. That was for
Yeah.
cycling across Korea. This past weekend, I finished the 4 rivers of Korea. So as soon as I mail this in or go to a certification center, I'll get one more medal, and that'll go here. And then the final one is called the Grand Slam medal. It means you cycled every single path in Korea, every single path, over 1,000 kilometers. That's the hardest one. King, I cannot find online anyone who has done the full thing. I'm sure people have, but I cannot find anyone who's done it. It's called the Grand Slam. I can't even find a picture of the medal. Like the
Wow.
only place I can find it is at the certification center. They have a picture there. But that's the one place I can find it. So I don't think I'm gonna be, you know, the first foreigner to do it, but I'm gonna be one of the first
Yeah.
foreigners to complete it. Get all the stamps and get the Grand Slam medal.
Wow. Yeah, I remember you were mentioning that in your little stream.
It's
So
crazy.
wow.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
should have
even.
done more prep. I'll go get my medal. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So wow. Okay. So everyone's giving their regards here. Nice. And okay, Aztec, welcome here. And oh yeah, my friend Jan, who has a YouTube channel, she says hello. So can you go ahead and show us that medal? That was awesome. I was staring at the stream again for a while.
Jan Aztec, thank you for tuning in, guys. Thank you for watching. So here it is. The government sends you like this, you know, thing. It's from the government, like the actual Korean government. It's a thing. Open it up, and inside there's a few things. The first one is a certificate. So this one is for cycling across Korea. It's called the Certificate of Cross Country Cycling Road. Looks like that. It has your name on it, the date, the official stamp from the government of Korea, from the Water Organization of Korea. It's beautiful. It's unreal. I treasure this thing so much. And it says that, you know, the person whose name appears above, which is me, Richard A. Travels, has cycled across Korea. They give the distance and everything. It's beautiful. They also give you this. This is the
Oh,
second time I'm opening it. It's beautiful. Look at the wood box.
wow. And,
Unreal. Let's open her up. Ready? Ready?
yeah.
You guys better not miss this.
Yeah. So I'm the only one that gets to see it for a second time out of everyone, huh?
Unreal. It's crazy. It's so beautiful. You can stand it up and everything. And they give you two options. One is you can get it like at the certification center right when you finish. And the other option is they can mail it to you. And if they mail it to you, you get your name on the back. So mine on the back here says, you know, my full name.
Whoa, no. Uh-oh.
I'll show you my full name.
Huh. Okay.
4 Rivers of Korea. There you go.
Yeah. There you
Beautiful.
go.
That's also the first time it's fallen. Oh my
Wow.
gosh. There's a slight chip on the side. No.
Oh no.
That was the saddest moment of my life.
Yeah. All right. And thank you, Aztec. Yeah. Okay, so there it is.
We'll hold it a little bit back.
Yeah. You want to be careful.
So the cross-country medal looks like this. The
Yeah.
4 Rivers medal looks similar to this, but it's a slightly different design. And the Grand Slam medal is gold and black. It looks so sharp. They did such a good job designing it. It's awesome. Really cool.
Yeah. Ooh. And yeah, you and Broker just loves it. Look at his comment there.
Broker, do it, man. It
Yeah.
was, I want to say, like, it was challenging, but it wasn't like the hardest thing. I mean, Korea is so convenient. If there was one word to describe Korea, it's convenient, right? I wasn't
Yeah.
camping in a tent. I was staying at like a motel, right? I was
Yeah.
eating like hot food every meal. You know what I mean? Like some of my friends, like one of my friends, he cycled Tasmania, and he was like, in Tasmania, you would be lucky to see another person every 50 kilometers. And I'm like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? That's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah.
I was eating fried chicken for lunch and like takalbi for dinner, which is like chicken fried with rice. Like I was eating like good food, staying at motels. Like it's a very convenient country, you know?
Yep. I saw you were eating a whole stack of it on
Yeah,
your
that one
Facebook Live.
restaurant, that was so good. Spicy chicken.
Yeah.
It's one of the only Korean words I know. Sunsal yangyum.
Yeah.
Boneless spicy.
Boneless spicy. Yep. Yep. And Jan said there's a lot of stamp. Hope I can have that too.
Jan, come over. Try it sometime. It's
Yeah.
fun. It's honestly a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
Yep. All right. Yep. Thomas says he can't do it without a motor. Because Thomas likes to ride motorbikes.
Cool. Right on.
Yeah. Yep. And Richard loves motorbikes too. Seen you ride a lot of them in Vietnam over there.
Yeah. Oh, that was a blast, man. Yeah. It's one
Yeah.
of my yeah, it's one of my hobbies too, you know. In Korea, I used to have a motorcycle, but I sold it. I wasn't using it a lot, right? Korea is so
Yeah.
convenient. You just use the subway everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Because how many lines we got in Seoul? Like 8, 9, or 10 of them?
Subway lines? I think there's
Yeah.
like I don't know, like the main lines, there's 9, I guess, but altogether I would say like man, I don't know, maybe 12 or 15.
Yeah.
And there's a few that go from inside Seoul out, like the Bundang line and
Yeah.
like, you know, the lines to Incheon. There's a lot, man. It's crazy. Looking
Yeah.
at it, you're like, oh my goodness. Like,
Yeah. It could be overwhelming at times.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But I like that they have the airport links just easily goes to Seoul.
Yeah, so easy. So easy, you know?
Yeah.
No, it's awesome. It's easy to get around, easy to, you know, go to. Have you taken the oh, what's that called? Like the airport bus?
The limousine bus?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have. They're
Yeah, I
nice.
like that. That's nice. So convenient. Charge your phone. It goes
Yep.
like everywhere in Seoul, you know.
And it has like some of them have a TV so you can
Yeah.
watch. It's crazy. Yeah, and
It's
then
like an
like the
airplane before your flight. Go ahead.
yeah, and it's only yeah, it's not that expensive either. It's like maybe 30,000 if it gets up there.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's usually more like 10,000 or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay, wow,
Do you? Yeah, yeah.
that's a good deal. So
Yeah,
let's
it's
see.
sweet.
Yeah, and let's see, broker. Before you join, we all decided we want you to lead us across Korea on bikes. You're now the leader. Wow. Aztec, this is hilarious. So much excitement in this passport. So, yeah, he loves the guest I bring on here.
Thank you, Aztec. It's
Yeah.
awesome. Like, it's honestly like, it was just such a cool thing, you know? I've been looking up what other countries do, and Taiwan, you rent a GPS, and if you go on like the circumference, like because Taiwan's a island in the shape of like almost like a circle, if you go around the circumference, perimeter, circumference, you get like a certificate, not a medal, but a certificate. So that's pretty cool. Um, there's like an organization of people who bike pack across USA. I think that's awesome. There's if you cycle around the edge of the Netherlands, it's 1,400 kilometers, and if you do it successfully, you're added to like a website, and your name is in like the Hall of Fame of people who've done it. So that's pretty cool. But there isn't really any country that, you know, gives you a medal for cycling. Like it's crazy. It's so cool, you know?
Yeah. And do you know how many people actually got the whole thing? You don't have the list at all, huh?
Which one? Like for Korea?
Yeah.
So the Seoul to Busan, it's done by a lot of people. Like a lot of
Yeah.
people do it. But
Yeah.
after that, it really drops off. Like the Four Rivers paths, not many
Yeah.
people have done that. And then, you know, after that, it goes even lower, the Grand Slam medal. And the Grand Slam is every single path in Korea, including Jeju. It's crazy. It's so much. That one, I honestly have no idea at all. I really don't think it's that many people, though. Like, really, really little. Just because of the time, like going Seoul to Busan, it's one long path, It's a bike path. It's super smooth, super convenient. The other paths you need to kind of like go to, I guess. Like you have to take a bus to the start point, cycle it, and then sometimes a bus to another point. And for Jeju, if you want to do that, you have to fly to it. So it takes a lot of time, some money, and it's something you really have to plan out, you know. If it wasn't for coronavirus, I probably wouldn't do it, right? I'd be traveling other countries, and maybe I would cycle Seoul to Busan, but I don't think I would do, you know, the Grand Slam medal. But since I'm in Korea, I'm like, let's train hard and let's do it, you know. So
Yep. Now's the perfect time to do it.
exactly, yeah.
Yep. And Nippon, May is bike month here. A few years back, I did 500 miles in May. People from my bike club did 2,000. Wow. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Geez, that's like, oh my gosh, 2,000 miles. That's like not like a full day of cycling, but that's like hours of cycling every day, right? Because 2,000 miles is like, yeah, 3,200 kilometers, which is, yeah, like over 100K a day. That's nuts. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Dedication there. Wow. Oh, and here's Broker has a question for you. So
What kind of bike do you use? Road bike, cycling mostly on roads. Okay, so in Korea, all of the bike paths, this is what I mean. It's so convenient. Like, it's obviously hard to cycle for hours per day, but it's very convenient staying in motels, getting good food, stuff like that. And the bike paths are also very convenient. They are either totally separate from a road, or they are like there's a fence between you and the road. You never need to ride next to a car. You're always in like a safe off position, you know. They go along the rivers. They're very beautiful. A lot of the paths are built with like wood or like cement. They're super smooth, super easy. My bike is kind of funny actually. When I was looking at buying a bike, I guess at the beginning of last year, I just, you know, when I was young, I did some mountain biking. So I thought I'll get a mountain bike. I love, you know, riding trails, whatever. So I went to meet a guy. He was leaving to go back to America selling his bike. And I'm 6 feet tall. So I need a bike that's like size large. And his bike was small. And when I got there, it was small. And I was just like, I don't know, man. So I cranked the seat up super high, and I rode it around, and I was like, it seems good. And I wanted to upgrade a few times. Like I had my eye on some road bikes because I should get something better. But with coronavirus and stuff, I don't know where I'm going to be, what country I'll be in next. I'd like to stay in Korea, but I don't know if it's possible with traveling and coronavirus and stuff. So, you know, we have to see. And with my teaching certification course, I don't know, maybe I'm going to be somewhere totally different, right? If I get a cool job offer in Thailand or the Philippines or something, it's going to be hard, right? What am I going to do? Do I go there or do I stay here? So I've been kind of hesitant on buying a new bike. It's not the best to ride with a small bike. I think it's really bad. And if you do it long term, there are some very, you know, bad effects.
Yeah.
But I'm just doing it temporarily. So yeah. Good question though, Broco. But the mountain bike I have, it's called the GT Avalanche. Can you bring up a photo of it?
No, because I did. It'll take me a little time to get it up.
Oh, okay, no worries, no worries.
Yeah.
It's a 2010 GT Avalanche. The color's white, and I thought because I'm from Canada, from a really snowy part, it kind of like suits me, right? Because it's like avalanche, the bike's white, so I was like, that's cool. It's like the snow. Yeah.
Wow. And okay, so yep. Yeah, Jan said she'll be dead tired. So yeah. Wow. Yeah, we got a lot of comments here. Wow. So, and Aztec's from Australia.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love the name. When I first saw it, I was like, whoa.
Yeah. Soon in MASH. Yep. So, yeah, and sometimes some of my scubs, they'll have like a conversation within themselves. So it's really interactive for everyone else.
It's like the
Oh,
first chip on a new car. I know. Hopefully it's the last one, man. I don't want to get any
yeah,
more chips on my metal. I got to tell them to send me another one. As long as I don't hurt the Grand Slam medal. This is the test medal. The test
yeah,
medal. We gotta wait for the Grand Slam medal.
yeah, yeah. Now you got something to tell your audience again. So
Yeah, go see King's live stream. I broke it, my medal.
yeah,
Broker, how many miles per day and how many days? So from Seoul to Busan, I actually started south. Did I tell you this, King?
no, but I think I remember you started south based on what when I was watching your streams.
Yeah, I started in Busan on the southern point, and then I went
Yeah.
north. It was just because. So what I did was I bought a bus. I live in Seoul, so I bought a bus from here to Busan, and then I thought if I finish it in 6 days, I'll be back in Seoul. If I finish it in 8 days, I'll be back in Seoul. Most people finish it in about 4 or 5 days. I wanted to take my time. I did about 100K per day. I didn't push it or do anything too crazy. You know, other people do like 200K a day if they're really pushing it, but the total amount is, if you go just Busan to Seoul and you don't go off path, you don't veer off, you just stay right on the main path, and you even kind of like not skip the side cities, but you just don't even go in them. You just go right past them. If you go all the way, just Busan to Seoul, start point to end point, it's 630 kilometers. For me, I went off town. I went to get a motel, get some chicken, see a old village, traditional place, whatever. So I think my total kilometers were 770, and I did it over the course of 8 days. So it was about 100K per day.
Yeah. And I was like following each day on Facebook.
Thank you. Yeah, and then I think
Yeah.
100K is like 65 miles. I think that's about right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And it's like collecting a quarter from all 50 states.
I like that. That's cool.
Yeah. I used to collect them, but then I don't know what happened to it. So we have different quarters with each state on them. Oh, we have an emergency over there.
Yeah. They're coming to repair my metal.
Yeah. Oh, here's Broker. Wow. So I wanted a bike trip from Jinhong, China, across the border to Laos, finished up in Luang Prabang, and Korea sounds fun.
Broker, when was that? Like what year did you do that in? Because that sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Wow. I've never been to China, like to explore. I've flown through there, but I've never been there. I love Laos. I was there last summer. About a year ago today, actually. I was in Laos.
Okay, and the same time, yeah, I was in the Philippines while you were in Laos.
That's so funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah.
Famous
Eh,
death ride. Okay, I gotta Google this. Californian Alps. Oh my gosh. In
yeah.
one day?
Wow.
Oh, oh my gosh.
15,000 feet.
That's crazy. They're coming up on their 40th anniversary next year. Oh my gosh. I'm looking at the page now, and the two guys like who are trying to do it, who are cycling, are just so in good shape. That's crazy.
Yeah. Wow. That's nuts.
129-mile course. Oh my gosh.
That's intense.
And you get a jersey if you finish.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah. And who's young? Okay, she likes riding bikes too when she was young, and maybe should do that for her exercise routine. Okay, so yeah, Yan does videos with her exercise routines.
Oh, cool. I was gonna say it's really awesome actually, cycling, I think, as a form of like exercise. We should have done more prep, King. I could have
Yeah,
given you a photo of me. I used to be like really, really chubby actually. I lost a lot of
yeah,
weight.
yeah,
About 70 pounds. I think
yeah.
30 something kilos. No, Americans use pounds. So yeah, 70 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I thought cycling was awesome because it's easy on the knees. You can get cardio going. And once you're like not good at it, but once you get stuff going, it's crazy. You can just do it for hours. Like you can go from like 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. and still be like, I could do more. You know what I mean? It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird, man. It's weird.
Yeah. And right where I live in Daejeon, there is a bike route.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I'll probably have to snap a picture and show it to you when I walk or do a Facebook stream.
Yeah, please. That'd be cool.
Yeah. So I'll say, for you, Richard.
That's awesome.
Yep. Yep. Agreed, Nitbon. Yes. Wow. And let's see. Oh, here's Broker. 10 years ago, the Rafha Gentleman's Race. Wow, which had similar stats, 30% gravel, rough roads, 130 miles, 12,000 feet elevation, but not as nearly as fit now.
Wow. Yeah, I just Googled it. South Australia.
Wow, you've been around, Broker. Wow.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's so much climbing. That's crazy. See, hills are the one thing I'm really bad at. Like, I'm okay with like a slight uphill, but if it's like steep, I'm just in the lowest gear, just pumping away, like not going fast at all, just really going slowly, you know?
Wow. Yep. People say when I'm young. Yep. And of course, yeah, Richard, I think you're the youngest out of everybody here.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. That's so funny.
Yeah. So Basil, yeah, much respect, Broker. Yep. Okay, and then Jan says it's not safe to go anywhere now. Hopefully, at least inside Clark, which is in Philippines and near Angela City, it'll park or okay ride around. But province, I don't know how to put it in the car. So
it's hard. Yeah, you either need to like take the front wheel off, or get like a bike rack to put on the back of your car, and then you could put the bike on there.
Yeah. And yeah, you still look young, Jan. Okay, so let's see. Maybe you can answer this one for a Broker.
The cross-country path is one of the most popular routes in Korea. At one end is Aralok, and at the other end is Busan. That's the one. I say it's Seoul to Busan, but yeah, technically it's like Incheon, or it might even be past Incheon. I'm not sure, but it's way out there. It's northwest to like southeast, far southeast.
Oh, okay.
633 kilometers. Yep, that's the one.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. So for me, mine was about 770 kilometers, I think, by the end, just because like, you know, I would go to like a motel or like there was a waterfall, you know? So I was like, okay, we'll go a few kilometers off path to see a waterfall. That's cool. There's also one city called Andong, and a lot of people skip it, but I think it's required. If you want to do all of Korea, it's required. So I did it, and it was like 65 kilometers there, 65 kilometers back. It was a long time. Like it was like almost a day just going there. But if you skip it, you can still go right along the path. So yeah.
Yeah. Because Andong is one of those places off the beaten path.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think it's 4 hours away. 3 hours away from Daejeon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's way out there.
Yeah. Because I had a friend that was teaching out there. Yeah. Yep. Get a bike rack for your car. So, yep. Yep. Those guys are crazy. Twice a day. Dedication.
Twice a day. Wow.
Yeah. So she will look to buy one. And I think Jan has a question. Whoa, these comments are getting away from me here. So can you answer Jan's question here?
Jan, what's the best bike for beginners? To be honest, I don't know a ton about bikes. I don't know a ton about them. The best ones I was looking into are called hybrid bikes or fitness hybrid. And they're just essentially bikes that are easy to ride, they're good on the road, they're reliable. The first one that comes to mind is the Trek FX1, which is, I was actually looking at the upgraded version, the Trek FX2. But if you're just looking to start and you just want a good starting bike, I think the Trek FX1 is a great place to be. There's another one called the Giant Escape. I think both of those are pretty good if you're just riding on the road. If you're looking to do like mountain biking or like touring across a country, you'd need a different bike. But just for riding on the road, stuff like that, Giant Escape or Trek FX, I think those are both really good.
Okay, and broker says actually a sad trend to see a lot of aging friends in New York power assisted bikes useful on hills, they tell me.
Yeah,
So,
before I got into cycling, I tried one of these and they're amazing. Like, I mean, I don't use one anymore, but they're pretty amazing. What you do is on one handle, you can, like, the bike is part electric and you can choose how much help you want. So the bottom setting is like no power, then it's like a little bit of power, and then it goes up to like turbo, which is just the bike pretty much goes itself.
wow.
And what it does is the higher it is, the less you need to pedal and the more the bike pushes you. So at the highest setting, you basically don't even need to pedal, the bike just goes itself. It's like an automatic thing. But at like the level 1 or level 2, it's nice for hills if you're not used to cycling because it gives you that little boost, for going up hills. Obviously, like, you don't get in as good of shape and there's more parts with it, they're more expensive, and it's not, I don't know, like, people don't view it as like real cycling. But if you're in a place like San Francisco where it's super hilly, maybe it's needed, right? For me, I kind of like the hills. It helps me, get my cardio in, get that momentum going. But, for some people, they like power assisted bikes. So, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a lot on sale on Facebook now.
Yeah, yeah.
So highly advertised. Yeah, suffering on a no climb when your legs are burning. Ooh.
So when I did Seoul to Busan, if you're going Seoul to Busan, I went Busan to Seoul, but if you do Seoul to Busan, on the third day, there's a super high mountain that people are just like, walk up it. Like, just walk up it. It's so steep, it's so long, walk up it. I had a rule when I was doing Seoul to Busan that I would not walk up anything. I would cycle everything. So I remember that mountain. I remember I would pedal, for about 30 seconds and then rest. And I remember there was just so many, bugs and flies around me. I had to like close my eyes. And I just remember like I would cycle more and then rest, close my eyes, but it just took forever. But it was worth it. It was worth it. But I know a lot of people walk that hill, and I don't blame them. It's a hard hill.
Wow. Yeah, I might be the one walking, and maybe luckily if I can pedal. Jeez. Yep. And agreed. Argument is they can keep up with the group on the flats, but not on the hills.
Yeah, with the like electric power assisted bikes.
Yeah. Okay. Wooden wheels and no gears.
It was so cool. I was reading the story of the first person, or I guess the second person, to go around the world or like to try it. And it was in like 1870 or something. And it was just crazy. Like, it was nuts to think about. Like, I think it took him like 3 years to go across the Middle East. Like, it just took forever, like a really long time. And yeah, like the bikes had like a wooden wheel, and it was just nuts to think about. Like, traveling now, you have so much stuff to translate, but what did you use back then? And like,
and
even
no
like
GPS.
if your bike breaks, yeah, exactly. Yeah, just look at the sun, look at the stars. But if your bike breaks, it's like, what do you do? Like, what do you actually do? You know what I mean? Like, in 1870, you would be traveling across countries that didn't have, you know, the technology to rebuild or fix the bike. Like, I don't know, it was just crazy. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So that's more of a definition of like cart or
Oh,
a
the wooden
chariot.
wheels.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a funny. They're coming to repair my metal.
I hope so. I hope so. Bring the team,
Yeah.
you know, the welders come out of the ambulance.
Yeah. Oh, I hope you have a YouTube, Richard.
You know what? I do. I haven't posted on it in a long time. Most of my stuff is done through Facebook, actually, at Richard A. Travels. Yeah, Richard space A space Travels with an S.
Yeah.
I'm also on Instagram at Richard A. Travels, one word, and I do live streams from there. On my Instagram, I actually wrote like a diary every day I've cycled. So I'm in the process of posting that with photos, you know, showing off the cool places I went, stuff like that. And it's amazing, you know, how much stuff is in Korea. It's very special, very beautiful place.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember you have a YouTube channel. I know you have like what, only 10 subscribers or something.
But yeah, not that much. I don't
Yeah,
really post a lot there. I
yeah,
like live streaming, man. It's hard to make videos, you know, you got to edit and like shoot
yeah,
it. Live
yeah.
streaming, it's cool. You go live, it's more dynamic. People can comment in real time, and it's cool.
Well,
It's like me and you are talking, King, but there's a bunch of people commenting and part of the show. You know what I mean?
yep. And actually, I'm on YouTube right now. This is all through YouTube.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Good point.
Yeah. So that's why, yeah, this streaming has become a big thing in the last year. So a lot of couple years, people are now using their YouTube channel to do a lot more live streaming.
That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that YouTube's breaking into live streaming, and same with Facebook. A lot of places
Yeah.
are trying to do it. Instagram, but Instagram isn't super big on live streaming.
Yeah. It's really,
Broke.
yeah. They try to connect. So I'm hoping that StreamYard will connect Instagram too. So then I can do it to 3 to 4 platforms.
That'd be sweet. Yeah, that'd be really cool, actually.
Yeah. So, and Broker says about '07 he did this trip. And yep, his friend lives in Chiang Mai from New York.
That's
So,
sweet.
yeah. Well, I didn't know that. I learned, and it's nice to learn something new of every sub I have here. So I learned something new just by whoever my guest is. So it's awesome here. Yep. So we already answered. Yeah, no, he doesn't really have a YouTube, so you got to follow him on Facebook and like Instagram, Richard A. Travels. So if I take off the comment, see, Richard A. Travels.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's where you got
Yeah,
to do it.
15,000 feet, bring air. No kidding. I think what they mean is the total elevation gained is
Yeah,
15,000 feet because some parts are up, some are down, some are up. Yeah. I'm looking at a
yeah,
map of China to Laos now, and man, that's a cool trip. Seriously. Oh my gosh.
yeah. Yeah, I wish they'll just let us bike on through without the quarantine.
No kidding. That was
Yeah,
actually one of the things I was thinking about. I was thinking, you know, when my visa runs out for Korea in February, what am I gonna do? Like I was thinking like I kind of want to cycle more, you know, maybe I could do Taiwan. It'd be cool to go around the outside. I had a really good time when I was in Taiwan, so I was just like, oh man, what am I gonna do, you know?
yeah. Let's see. Yep. So many options for different bikes and methods of loading into a car. So, yep. Road. Yep. It's like cross hybrid mountain. Most bikes you can move one or both wheels, quick release or folding bike. Yeah. I love the quick release on the wheels too. Especially in
Hmm.
America, you need it because you need to lock it up all together.
Yeah, yeah, good point.
So, wow, that's total climbing 5 mountain pass in Sierra Nevada.
I
Yep.
looked at that. I looked at, you know, cycling across USA, and I think that it would take a long time. It'd be hard, but would just be so much fun. And it's so cool, like the community that's built up, because people really want to help cyclists. Like people were saying, like if you just go to someone's house and say, like, you know, like I'm cycling across USA, can I put my tent up in your backyard? Most people are like, oh wow, yeah, sure, that's awesome. Or people even like come in for dinner. Like it's really cool. And like there's a few places that are like you can go there for like free or really cheap if you help out. Like it's a really cool community, and it's something I really want to do. I don't know if I can make it to the US. I don't know. I mean, when I go back, it's going to be February, right? So that's not a good
Yeah.
time to start per se, but got to
Yeah.
start in like San Antonio, then work my way up slowly, you know?
Probably. Yeah. Actually, the one country that's open is Mexico without quarantine.
Yeah, I Googled it a few days ago. I think there are a few that are open. I think Russia, Albania. I think you're right about Mexico.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
couple of my subs are in Mexico right now. They didn't have to go through any of it. So there's
Wow.
people are escaping through Mexico.
Yeah, because I think Russia or Albania, they have this thing where it's like you, I don't know how to say it. Like you land and they test you for coronavirus twice, and if you're okay, you get to leave within a day. So like that's okay. I know for Korea, there's like a 2-week quarantine and you have to pay for it. So that's kind of crazy. So that's why I was like, maybe I won't come back for a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah. And I got lucky because I didn't have to pay for it
How?
because I'm on a F visa. And I have a residence here.
Right. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Or
met a
else if
few
I
people
had
that had to pay for it.
if I had to pay for it, I wouldn't be here. I'd probably be in Mexico right now or somewhere.
No kidding, hey?
Yeah. So I got
That's cool. That's
lucky.
a good place.
Yeah. Yep. And yeah, I toured de France this weekend, but no Froome or no Thomas, no Cavendish. Okay. Cavendish. Okay. So yeah. Yep. And Jan says, thank you. Okay. Wait for your base. Yep. So
Collab
now,
blog for biking. That's awesome.
yeah. So yeah, it's never know when when someone puts up a live stream, never know what's going to happen there.
You have such a
So
cool community, man. I love it. This is awesome.
yeah, so yeah, it's been nice just to get as many people into the stream here with different experiences, and and then I even learn about my guys and lady gals like, oh, I didn't know you guys were into that.
No, that's cool. That's so sweet.
Yeah,
11 bikes. Basil, that's cool. Davis, California, right?
yeah. So
Basil,
that's
I don't know. If I make it to the US, like Basil, me and you have the same psychological problem, man, except mine is with collecting places to visit through cycling, you know? I might hit you up.
yeah,
We'll go for a ride and
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. So yeah, he's got 11 bikes there. Yeah, Toro California comes to Sacramento every year, so I have seen a few pros at the finishing line. That's
Wow.
right. Yeah, I forgot the Tour of California. Yeah, they have that every year, and Sacramento is,
Cool.
our capital in California.
Mm-hmm. Kind
So
of like in the
good.
middle north, right?
Yeah, it's way up there, but not super north. Yeah, yeah, about 70 miles past San Francisco.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So, as every cycle, correct number of bikes is n plus one, where n is the number of bikes owned.
Basil, I'm a math teacher and I love it, man. I love it.
So, wow. Yep. And let's see, Tom, who was 13, used fat tire, the beer fat tire bike almost to deliver 100 daily newspapers. I used the money to buy a Schwinn Continental for 110 and 68. Wow.
That's awesome. Thomas, that's really cool. Wow. That's such a good story. Like, dude, you should actually like publish that story. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Wow. I'm starting to see how people have a bike collection in this group.
I got one. To be fair, I'd probably have more, but I don't know. I feel I might be leaving soon. I'm a minimalist, man. I don't like to have a lot of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Even like my t-shirts, I have like it sounds crazy, but most of my t-shirts are just like this, V-neck black. I just keep it simple and then it's easy, right? I always grab the same shirt with the watch. You know, same with cycling. I always wear my black Adidas shirt. It's very breathable. Leggings and Everlast socks and shorts, you know? It's just easy
Yeah.
to grab, throw on, and yeah.
Yeah. Just like Mr. Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Same outfit every day. Don't need to think. Yeah. Yeah. So Broker was disappointed it was canceled last time and it's no more. Okay. So that was actually canceled before the COVID-19. Wow. And Google. Okay. So he's telling you to Google cycling the continental divide starts from Canada, ends in Mexico.
Yeah, it's really cool. I've seen this before, and it actually starts really close to where I live, like in Canada, like really close to my home.
Yeah.
But you start in I can't remember the exact starting location. It's either Banff, Jasper, or Lake Louise, which is very close to my city. And you cycle like next to the mountains all the way down past Colorado into Mexico. It's really cool. I was watching a video of people who do this, and I was like, that's hardcore. Like, that's really, really cool. That's something that I want to do, you know? I would really be down to, I don't know, man, even like next year. I think it'd be so cool. Like, I have the money saved up, you know? It's not that expensive. If you have a bike, a tent, you can totally go anywhere. If you cook your own food, it's not bad, right? The problem is, I would be looking at starting in like April or no, in February when I go back home. That's like when I go back home to Canada. I can't start in February. Even starting in like I don't know, April or June, that would be cold. That would be cold, you know. And the other thing is it freaks me out to camp like in the dark by myself, super far away from everyone, right? Like you just throwing your tent down in a field, that freaks me out, you know, especially because in the Continental Divide, that's like near mountains, right? There's actual wildlife there. At least in Canada, there is. You know, even driving down the road, you'll see like bears and like stuff on the side of the road. It's crazy. So that part kind of freaks me out. But I don't know. It's something that I just think it's so cool. Bike touring and traveling. It's a hobby I never thought I would be interested in, you know? And it all started with, I guess the whole thing I got into biking and the whole reason I thought about going across Korea is I had a coworker who was very passionate about cycling, and he told me like he's going Busan to, you know, Seoul to Busan cycling, and I was like, okay, whatever, great. And he was like, you got a medal for it. And this was the first year I was in Korea, and it just kind of stuck in my head. And last year, with the way my teaching contracts worked out, I had like 3 months off. So I just wrote
Yeah.
down a huge list of stuff I want to do. I'm just like, 3 months, I got so much time. Here's everything I want to do. And it was like, you know, visit home, travel these 4 or 5 countries, go to here, do this, do this. And one of the things was, yeah, cycle Seoul to Busan. And I didn't have enough time last year. So this year I was like, I got to do it. And with coronavirus, it's like, I'm not going to travel anywhere, right? I'm not going to go to Japan or Taiwan or, I don't know, Philippines for vacations. I'm going to stay in Korea. So I got the time off. Let's go, you know?
Yeah. Because I was like, you know, since I've, you know, followed you all over Facebook, you know, I was sitting here like, you know, how do you actually have time to travel? Because especially when you teach English in Korea, vacation days just really don't exist in
Yeah.
Korea. You know, our teaching
So
contracts.
it's true. Yeah. The Seoul to Busan thing, that was, I guess, 1 week of vacation. I had Monday to Friday off, and then, which is 5 days, and then 2 days at the beginning for the weekend, 2 days at the end for the last weekend. So I used 8 of those 9 days to cycle across. And then the rest was just on weekends, you know? buying a bus ticket. Like I would buy a, like Seoul is here, so I would buy a bus ticket from here to the start point of one route, and then buy another bus ticket from the end point of the route back to Seoul. So it was this funny thing of like I'm going to Gunsan and coming back from Daejeon. So it was, but
Yeah.
it was good. It was good. It was fun. Yeah.
Wow. So, okay. And let's see. Broker says I've seen people go to Turkey, Croatia also. I saw think no quarantine, but either probably test prior departure. Yeah. Yeah. I heard Turkey was open because some of my bloggers are trying to escape the Philippines right now.
Yeah, I know a few countries they're doing a few things where it's like even for Korea you need a quarantine test 48 hours before you leave, and a few countries you need quarantine insurance. I think Albania you needed quarantine insurance, but I was just looking up like what countries are open, so I
Yeah.
thought like going to Canada in February. I love snowboarding, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, man. I've seen so much winter in my life. I'm like, let's go somewhere warm, at least for a little bit, eh?
Yeah. And let's see. Ooh, we're catching up with comments here. Okay, watching Lake Charles get hit with 140-mile Hurricane Laura right now.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a lot, man.
Yeah, there's a lot. So, wow. So now, since your contract is coming up in February, so you're thinking if you go back to Canada, let's see, where would you think you want to go if you go back home to Canada?
What do you mean, like my next country or?
Yeah. Or do you want to not go back to Canada and see if something opens up?
Man, okay, so I'll go over the whole situation I'm in now. So I need to renew my visa, so I have to leave the country in January or February. I can't remember the exact day, but I need to leave the country essentially. So either I can go to Japan to renew it, I can go some other close place, but I don't know what's open for coronavirus. And I'm also going to be finishing my teaching certification course, which gives me like the District of Columbia USA certification. So I'm kind of looking at what schools are available, and it's hard to tell because of coronavirus, right? So it's what countries can I get in? Where's the demand for schools? The most demand for schools right now is China, Middle East. And I don't really want to go to either of those. Like I'm not like against it, like I'm never gonna go, but it's not my top pick right now, I guess. So it's a combination of like what's open, what's okay with coronavirus, where do I want to go, where's the job? You know what I mean? If it was up to me, like here's my dream. Here's like my dream year, I guess. I don't know. My dream year is like go back in February, snowboard, see my family, go to India and Nepal, backpack through there, trek through Nepal, see that for the summer for I don't know, like I said, man, I have some money saved up, so I would do that, trek in Nepal and India, and then sign a contract for an international school to start in like September of next year. So I can get my certification in February, and then I can use that to apply for jobs, and then a job hires me in September of next year, which is perfect because I have money saved up, I got time, I got freedom, but it's just hard with coronavirus and stuff. It's so much like uncertainty, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's like my dream year. But as it stands, I don't know. I got to figure it out. I got to look into it soon because we're coming up on September here. So there's a few months left. So yeah, I got to decide what I want to do,
Yeah.
I keep thinking in my head that coronavirus cure is right around the corner, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And for myself, I did a 1-year lease going until end of July because I just feel we're going to be stuck for a while.
You think so?
Yeah.
How long do you think, realistically, how long do you think? I'm going to ask the chat too. How long do you guys think?
Yeah. I think we're going to go through still problems through 2021, at least through June or July.
Wow. That's crazy.
and it's kind of a point of view because I see the United States at 5.7 million cases, and America affects a lot of the world.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you know about this, right, Richard?
Aztec, we have connections with the president. Would you like to stay in Korea? Let's do it. Another option, you know, for people living here is if you can become a permanent resident, which is like, it's pretty hard to do because you have to know a lot of Korean and like pass like some difficult tests. Or if you marry someone, you can stay here. So I don't know. Neither of those options are available to me. So let's meet the president. Let's do it.
Yeah. No, my dad worked with the president back in the days, during the demo days.
Oh, you told me about that. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. So they're like, "Hey, get my dad," but I don't know if we can't. Yeah. Usually, I don't even ask dad. Even my dad made a joke. I was gonna talk to him, but I was like, "No, I'm gonna do my things on my own here."
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. So, yep. So let's see. Yeah. Mike and here's something about Australia. Government isn't going to let us Aussies go anywhere before 22 at the earliest, vaccine or not, except but I think the only exception is if they have a job out of the country, but I'm not 100% sure because I have not seen Aussies with the epic intake come in yet, which I'm kind of interested to see any Aussies come in. Then I'll be able to tell you a little bit more. Because that's the exact, and same thing with South Africa. South Africans cannot go anywhere unless they have a contract in hand.
Wow. I didn't know that. That's, geez.
Yeah. So here's some easily mid of next year. Yeah. So Nippon says next year. Hospital Kaiser is a big chain hospital inviting him to participate in a vaccine trial. Wow. And this is 2022. Yeah.
So I don't know, and that's what I mean. It's so hard to predict, right? Like it's like when does stuff open? When does it become normal? But I guess like if I knew when stuff was normal, then I could better decide. Like if it's like, okay, mid 2021, then I'm like, okay, I'm in work mode. I'm just gonna work, save up a ton of money, and just travel then. You know what I mean? Like I can wait. If I'm not gonna be able to travel now, I'm just gonna sit at home, make my macaroni and cheese every day, cycle for fun. Don't even take the subway, just cycle everywhere. And just save money, you know what I mean? Like just live super cheap and then travel to some cool places when all this is done,
Yeah, because another interesting point is like for my job that I lost, they put out a calendar starting in late December, January. So I'm still debating, do I go back to the United States in January? Is there going to be my job going or is it not
that volleyball?
Going? Yeah, my volleyball job.
Yeah. That's cool, man. That's cool.
Yeah. And actually, if the season does go, which now I'm not optimistic it will because of what's going on in pro sports in America. They're postponing a lot of games. And then, of course, just a quick note, something politically just happened. A lot of professional sports postponed their games due to the injustice of that one person that got shot. But yeah, that's one of the big issues going on. But yeah, I'm not optimistic that my job is going to go in January. So, but I might
go ahead.
Yeah, but I might take something here if something good part-time appears. Yeah. And I wanted to ask you this, because do you work a part-time now because you keep telling me you work till 1:00?
Yeah. So what the Korean government did is they said, like I work full time, but the Korean government said we're on the verge of a boom. Everyone's got to stay home. So they said all schools need to be done online. So a lot of the afternoon kids, a lot of the kids I teach in the afternoon, their parents are like, we don't want online school. You know, we're just going to cancel for 2 weeks until we can, like, you know, come back to the class. So that's why I'm kind of finished at 1, because I usually teach full time, but we don't have like too many kids in the afternoon classes, and it's all online. No one wants that. So it's just like, okay, well, we'll see you guys, you know, September 13 or something. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And Broker's big thing is he wants to get out to Thailand. So they talked about October of opening up Phuket and then possibly Philippines. But Philippines, I don't see that opening anytime soon. The cases are now over 100,000. And it's not looking promising. And I love going to the Philippines, but not during a pandemic. It's not a good time to be there.
I'll admit too, something I was looking at is I was thinking, like, we might actually be doing this for like over a year, like a year or more. So I was this is crazy. This is off a tangent, but I was looking at getting like a van or like a RV, a mini RV or like a camper or something, and just camping for like the next year. I was like, you know, again, like if I cook my own food, I can do it on a budget. And in Canada, they have this cool rule where in Australia, they have something similar where if a car is 15 years old or older, you can import it from Japan. And Japan has a rule, if a car is 5 years old or older, you have to pay high taxes on it. So there's this big market of used cars from Japan, and like the demand for it is not super high in Canada. So you can get like a nice Japanese car from Japan. So before, I imported a Subaru WRX STI to Canada, and it was crazy cheap, like shipping, inspection, all of that. It came to like $8,500 Canadian. It was crazy, like just insanely cheap. And I was looking at the same thing for a camper, but campers are a little bit different. They're a lot more pricey. So I was like, okay, maybe not. I don't know. But it was at the time, you know, when I was looking into it, it looked like a good option. So, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. And it's like, whew, what do we do? Yeah. But that looks like a lot of fun. Let's see. And Wishbone, I'm wishing to move to somewhere in Asia, preferably Philippines, and work from there. But anyway, I'm working from home till the middle of next year. So, and I still think that could become like the new normal. A lot of us are going to just work online.
That's what I hope. That's what I really hope. You know, it's hard. Like, I don't know, stuff has got to get going. You know, I don't know how it is where you are, but like a lot of my friends are unemployed, you know, looking for work on reduced hours. Like, it's crazy, you know?
Yeah. And quick question, did your friends receive the $2,000 a month subsidy in Canada?
Yeah, they did. Yeah. It's 2,000 Canadian a month. You have to pay taxes on it, but it's a nice boost of money. You know, it's really nice for them. So, yeah, wish I could be in Canada for that, to be honest. Actually, that's pretty sweet.
Oh, you can't be overseas, huh?
No, you got to be in Canada. And there are some rules with it. Like, it's not just like $2,000. It's you have to pay. You have to have paid $5,000 in taxes in 2019, or you've had to declare you've made $5,000 and pay taxes on the $5,000 at least in 2019. You have to be a resident of Canada. You have to like show that you cannot work or your job has been affected by coronavirus. Again, like, I don't want to get political, but man, if the government's handing out $2,000 to every person, why is this stopping now? Keep it going, you know?
Yeah.
Where was this before, you know? Where was this money hiding?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
well.
I was curious about that, like, because I was trying to talk to a lot of Canadians, even in Korea, like, are you getting a 2007? She goes, I don't know. I don't think I am. I'm like, oh, come on. I want to know. So,
It's a
yep.
nice deal if you can get it.
Yeah. And broker says, yeah, working a US based job remotely from Asia is the ultimate because you can do it. Nice one. Yeah. It's much. Yeah. Because, yeah. Yep. And works at night, which is okay. Yeah. And I have a Mercedes Sprinter in Davis and need someone to help
Wow.
convert it. Wow.
Payment in use after conversion. Dude, that's awesome. Oh my gosh. Mercedes Sprinter is the one I'm thinking about, right? Yeah, that's the really nice one. That one's huge, dude. Oh, you could do some nice stuff with that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Got a lot of accessories in there.
Yeah, no kidding. The biggest challenge with converting those cars, at least in my opinion, is putting in a shower. You know, I think if you're camping, if you're outside, I mean, you don't need a shower, but it's really nice to have one. Some people have one that's outside, so they stand like next to their car or behind their car to shower. Some put one inside. I think it's awesome. You know, I think it's the one thing that I think you need, not for everyone, but for me, I'm like, I need that. But yeah, dude, we'll convert that. Let's do it for sure, Basil.
Yeah. Go to Davis. Yep. And Phuket sounds good. Yep. Yep. I want to visit Phuket too. So I've been to Bangkok. And my longest YouTube video covers an unedited, boring journey across USA. It was last September. Yeah. So Baser has a little YouTube channel too.
Basil, I'll check out your YouTube right now.
Yeah. Broker
Broker
Basil.
Basil.
Yeah. And
Cool.
while you check, yeah. And I'll read Broker's comment here. Phuket, yeah, gets a bad rap. Sometimes, of course, it's very touristy, but not everywhere. It's a little costly by Thai standards, but has many different options depending on what you're looking for. Yeah, agreed, Broker. Yeah.
See, oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I've been to Phuket twice, and I liked it. I didn't stay in a super touristy spot, so maybe that contributed to it. I've been to Thailand quite a bit and really traveled a lot of it. You know, even going south to like Koh Lanta, I loved that place so much. Um, I've never been to Pattaya, but I've never heard anything good about it. Phuket, I think in the touristy area, yeah, it's more expensive and I don't know, maybe not the best, but yeah, overall, I think it's pretty good.
Hmm. Yeah. And here's the problem in the Philippines. The government gave out 5,000 pesos per family twice, but money's all gone. So I don't know what will happen if they don't open up because they need tourism money badly.
Yeah, yeah, I think a lot of these places do, you know.
Yeah. So it's really crazy over there. And yes, mine's a 144 short wheelbase, which is more manageable, but I like to squeeze in a shower and basic bathroom.
That's so cool. Seriously, Basil, that's freaking amazing. Well, there we go, guys. I might have my plans for 2021 figure it out.
Yeah, you got some options here. And Tom's looking to buy a used Class C. Many RV parks were closed, so not letting in new campers. So state, yeah, and that was happening too. There was a lot of restrictions too for the RVs.
Yeah, yeah.
So someone was like, "Go, you got to go." What? We have nowhere else to go. So that's one of the
It's
few
like,
things.
yeah, it's one of the only travel options right now, right? Getting an RV and get
Mm-hmm.
out there, you know?
Yeah. So, wow. Okay. Wow. So it's rare that it's been rare that I even catch up on comments anymore.
Wow, there we go. We
Yeah.
talked
So,
about some cool stuff, man. Everything, cycling and RV. I thought we'd do more talking about traveling, but I'm happy where the conversation went. I love it, you know?
yeah.
It was so interactive talking to everyone, and it was awesome.
Yeah. So, a lot of the regular subs, they were managed to show up because, yeah, it's like wee hours in the morning over there.
Yeah, no, it's super late for them. It's super late. The next
Yeah.
time we'll do it earlier on so everyone can catch it.
Yeah. So, not a problem. But, yeah. And if anyone has any last minute questions or comments, we'll take a couple more and then, we'll call it or now it's starting to get close to evening here in Korea. So,
That's right. What's for dinner, King?
well, I'm debating, do I go next door to the Haksa Shikdan, the student cafeteria, for my $4 all you can eat?
That's
'Cause,
awesome. Oh,
yeah. So
that's
that
so
was,
cool.
yeah. Oh, look at this. Let's see. Please bring Richard back again.
Tell you
Yeah.
what, I'm on here. Now King's gotta come to my live stream.
Yeah. So I got to come to yours. So definitely. Yeah. I was like, bring me in. or if I'm waiting for Seoul to slow down on level. You guys are in level 3 right now, right? You can't meet with 10 or more.
Yeah, I think so. It changed recently because stuff was like normal. Like even like 2 or 3 weeks ago, people were like at clubs. Like I would look on Instagram and my friends were like at clubs, at bars. Some of it was kind of weird because everyone had a mask on, but no one had coronavirus. Like it was like really normal. Now a few things are closed down, but I would say it's still pretty normal. School is online for 2 weeks or whatever, but overall it's not too bad. The curve
Yeah.
will get flattened again, and we'll all be back to clubbing and drinking at bars.
Yep. Aztec. I'll try to rotate it around. So yeah. So I still got more guests to network with. So I might even be guest too. So yeah, I'm having so much fun with this.
It's cool. It's sweet. And thanks for the recommendation on StreamYard. I gotta check that out. It looks cool. Looks really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Okay, you can boondock on government land for free. Okay. We'll go through these last few comments. Oh, hi, Scott. Welcome to the stream. A lot of campsites won't allow van campers. Yeah, that's what I was wondering about. Okay, and Thomas can go to Eyeglass Place. That lady speaks English, so she'll head over there. He will head over there. And let's see. Yeah, no problem, Nit Bomb. Yeah, I will do my best. And Nip Bomb, okay, so the mother got 2,000, sister got 2,500. That's supposed to be 6,500. So that's about 120, $130. And yep. So that's $100 US, 5,000 pesos. And a bag of rice costs 3,000. That's an expensive bag of rice there, $60. And I think that's the second wave Nip Bomb. All right, Rich, you have any last minute words for my guest? My subs and my friends?
I was gonna say, guys, thank you for having me on the show. It was really nice talking to you. And yeah, like I said, we talked about everything. It was crazy. Scott has a Ram ProMaster. Dude, that is like the Mercedes, the Sprinter van, and the Ram ProMaster are like the two, like people love those two for van life. Oh, that's cool, man. People have
Yeah,
got some good stuff. They're super expensive in Canada. That's why I was looking at getting one from the from Japan, because it's just way
yeah,
cheaper there. That's
yeah,
awesome though. That's really cool. Seriously.
yeah. Okay, so yep, depends. Jan says, thank you so much to the both of us. Thank you,
Thank you
Jan.
so much, guys. Thank you for having me on the show. A
Yeah,
lot of life stuffed into one person. Thank you, Aztec. It's
yeah,
awesome. It's awesome being on here. King, I love the format. I love the stuff. It was a fun chat. You got a really cool community. Seriously, man. I love it. Fun
okay.
show. Good stuff. Yeah.
Okay. And my last words is this. So for those that are interested in what Richard was talking about, follow him on Facebook, Instagram on Richard A. Travels. And tomorrow I will still be live streaming at 10 o'clock Philippines time, 11 o'clock South Korea time. So I'll probably see you guys in about less than 16 hours or something. So I'll be back up, but I will schedule it later on. I still got to do my research. So it'll just be me tomorrow. So you guys will be hanging out with me. Unless if I have a surprise guest, I might bring a guest, but I will have a guest next week for sure. All right. So everyone, stay safe, take care, and we'll see you again. So good night and take care.